Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing great. And today I just wanted to show you how you can create own chat GPT like an interface without using chat GPT. You can, you can use any kind of open source LLM like Llama 3, 3.1, 5.2, 5.3, all the sort of things. So what I'm trying to show you, let me show you. Let's suppose as of now, in my case, it's only 5.3. And I just wanted to ask a couple of questions. Who is the Prime Minister of India? India. Okay. Let me ask this question and let's see what is happening. Okay, you can see, yes, we are getting result, right? So this is all about completely on-prem. You can see this is running on my local host. And let me do all the setups so that you guys can also do that. This is the agenda for today. So without getting delay, let me clear my screen. Okay. So first, what we have to do, first of all, we have to install Ollama. Okay. So Ollama, this is the official document of Ollama installation. And you can see if you will click on download, you can, based on your operating system, it will automatically pick what command has to be executed. So, but in some cases, if it might not able to detect, then you can manually select your operating system and select that. I'm using the Linux operating system. So I will copy this command and paste it here and run it. So what it will do, it will installing Ollama in my system. So whoever don't know what is Ollama, Ollama is basically kind of Docker Hub. If you will see the Docker Hub, what we are doing the Docker Hub. So from the Docker Hub, we are trying to, download the images and we are trying to run at the locally. Similarly, Ollama is basically meant for it. So if you'll go to the model card, there is all the different varieties of model whatever are available as an open source, all those things you can find it out here and you can directly run those models from your system itself. So this you can see there is an n number of models is there. Even you can host your own model like how we are in pushing our Docker images. Same way you can push your own fine-tuned model as well in the Ollama, and you can pull that any of the machine and you can run that. So that is the later part I will show you, but today I'm just trying to install Ollama. So yeah, Ollama got installed. How you can check it out, Ollama has been installed or not, just type Ollama. You can see this kind of information is giving, means it's working. So I will show you what is the model is available. What are the models are available right now in my current local system. You can see right now in my this system, 5.3 is only available. Now, this is the things it got installed. It got done. Now I will show you how you can create a web interface. So Ollama, there is a web GitHub page, Ollama Web UI. Web UI. You can just type this command, and I think yes, this is the GitHub page. And if you'll go down, 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 and go down, so you can see how to install. This is the here is the given commands. You can run this command. Just type this command. You can run this, and it will run at your 3000 port. Okay, but if you run this, it will work perfectly whenever you will run in your local system. But the problem, let's suppose you want to host this UI in some of the server. In that case, this command will throw some error. Means this command will not throw error. This command will launch your web UI, no doubt at all. But if you launch your web UI, it means your web UI will not able to detect local LMs, whatever you install through the Ollama. So what I did, what solution I found it out, I just tweaking the command. Okay, so some of the people wanted to know why it is not able to work. So if you can see this command, if I'll go to this GitHub page, this web UI will launch over the Docker, right? It is not running on localhost. It's running inside of Docker, and Docker is communicating with your host machine. So, so whenever web UI will try to pull the image from Ollama, then it will try to pull the image from the local host, which is the Docker container host, container local. So it will, and inside of container, we don't have LLMs, right? Our LLMs in the host machine. It is not inside a Docker. So it might throw some kind of error. So what I did to make the solution, I'm just tweaking this command a little bit. And I added, I means after finding a couple of solution and all the sort of things, I figured it out. So let me first show you. This is the command to Ollama by default is running at 11434 port. If I'll hit this, you can see what are the models is showing. 5.3 latest. If you have a, this is the called dictionary list of array, and inside of list there is a dictionary. All the models, what is the model name, modified, and all the sort of things is available. That's cool. That's a pretty cool. And but same command it is trying to run inside of container. So just try to understand what I'm trying to say. So same command is trying to run from the inside of container, and this inside of container, if you run this command, this will treat as a local host for the container. And inside of container, we don't have Ollama, number one. Second thing, we don't have the LLMs inside of container. So we have to create a tunnel between your container to your host machine so that host can run that. So I'm just tweaking that command, existing command, and I'll give you the, I'll send this modified command as well from your description so that you guys can paste that. So you see, so what I did it here, if you will see this command, docker run -d network, and I'm giving the network as a host, means wherever the Docker container will run, it will create a tunnel between your host and container. And also I'm adding the volume in the sense of, so web UI volume, container volume is getting mapped with your this location to your web UI location. So that whatever things is inside of this location, it will get mapped inside of container. And also I'm going to create an environment variable called Ollama API base URL. This is our base URL. You can see. And if you will see, I run this kernel command, right? So I'm also giving this web environment variable. And also this is your host, and host will communicate with this. And this is the important thing, DNS, domain name service. By default, it will try to pick through, localhost, which localhost will treat as a container localhost. So it will not work. So I'm just default giving some DNS 888. This is default, and I'm giving the container name as open web UI. If I run this, what it will do? So it is saying open web UI already exists, because if you will see in my Docker PS, in my case, it's already there. So what I will do, I will quickly stop this Docker stop open web UI. Okay, I stopped it, and now also I will do Docker system prune so that it will remove from the system. Yes. So now I will run the same command. This is the command which we are trying to run. And now you can see it ran. Okay, in my case, it didn't took much time because the image was already pulled in my system when I ran very first time. So it directly ran that image and it worked. Now, how to verify whether it's running or not? Docker PS. Just type this command and you can see the port has healthy starting. It's getting start. To check the logs of this container, you can just do docker logs -f and this container name, and you can see the web URL has been started, and you can see the all the connection has been established. And I think it is, and also let me show you one thing. So let me show you one thing. Let's go inside of this container. Docker, how we can go inside of container? Docker exec -it open web UI bash. Let me go inside of container. This we reached inside of container. And what I will do, we ran one command. I think this command, curl command. I'm trying to run the same command from inside of container. Okay. So now you can see from inside of container also it is able to connect the localhost, and it is not connecting through the container localhost, it's connecting to your host localhost. And that's what it is able to pick, because I didn't install inside of container my Ollama and Py3. So it is able to pick that things, right? So that's what I'm trying to show you. And now how to see these things, whether it is working or not. So go to your web browser, any kind of web browser, just type localhost :8080. Okay, so you can see it is asking password. Let me try this, Rajesh at 123. So I logged in, and you can see we can select the model, and you can even you can pass your document, and you can do the some kind of Q&A. So I'm just asking, who is the best cricketer in India? In India. So let's see what is saying best cricketer in India. As per my last update, Virat Kohli hold a significant place amongst the Indian cricketer. But it gave the very good result. That's fine. And also, let's suppose, let me show you one thing, one more good thing. So if you will go to the Ollama model and this is 9 billion, 27 billion. Let's try to pull something small model, right? Hmm, what I can pull. Okay, it depends again on you on your system. Let's suppose your system configuration is not good, then you can't predict that you can pull any kind of model like 70 billion or 450 billion, like Llama 3.1 also came into the picture, right? So I'm trying to pull a very small model, like 1.5 billion model. Okay, so chalo, let's pull the latest one. No, this is 1.5 billion or zero point 0.5 billion model. Okay, Twin. And let me pull that. We have to exit from there. Press Control D. You are inside of container. So I'm just running Ollama Quen 2 and it's pulling from there. Okay. Now, as it is 0.5 billion model, it will not take much time to download. Let it to be run once. Hmm. And I wanted to show you, see, once you will pull from Ollama to your local machine, automatically it will reflect inside of WebUI. That's just I wanted to show you. And you can see this model size is pretty less, right? 352 MB. That's because it's a 0.5 billion model, billion parameter model. So it's not a big model. So let it to be download. It's like a Docker, right? How you are pulling that, and you can see it gave the answer. Now, what I will do, I will directly go to your this interface, and you can just pull again, refresh this page, and you can see the another model also came into the picture. And I will go there and ask the same question again. Okay, I'll ask the same question again. Who is the best cricketer? I think cricketer is spelling mistake. Who is the best cricketer in India? And you can see as of my last update, blah blah blah, it gave the similar answer, but it's quite small, comprehensive result because it's a less parameter. And also the coolest part is that they manage the session. You can see, right? Whoever doing the conversation, they having the session. Basically, at the backend, there is a SQLite also is there. Whenever you are installing Ollama WebUI, it is installing the SQLite as well, and you can manage the session. So you want to go inside of that particular conversation, you can give your session ID, and if you want to create a new chat, so if you click on new chat, it will completely fresh chat for you. So you can see like a chat GPT kind of interface, right? If I'll open the chat GPT, this is the chat GPT. And if I'll open this chat GPT, and you can see here, I didn't sign up, but yeah, you can see you can compare. This is the quite similar kind of interface you are getting. And all the things is on-prem. Whoever don't have, don't want to buy the chat GPT subscription, they can go ahead with this thing. Number one. Second thing, who are very constant towards their data, they don't want to push this data there, the chat GPT platform, then they can use these things. Third thing, let's suppose you have a very minimal configuration of the system, like a 4 GB RAM and all the sort of thing, and you want to do these things. You can do one thing. You can create any kind of virtual machine VMs, and you can install Ollama and open Ollama WebUI, and you can use their things from anywhere. That's the one thing. So that's all for this video. Hope you like this video. If you think this video is really interesting and informative, then do not forget to hit on the subscribe and like the like button so that you will never miss the update. So with this, thank you. Thank